yesterday. And just a reminder, so when I do this, it is not live on YouTube. It is not live. I put it up at the end of the day. And I think I figured it out such that the only thing that shows is me, because I'm going to pin myself so that I believe the only thing that will show in the video is the screen that's being shared and then me. And then at the end of the day, or if you're absent, I would tell you just to go look through the slides, but it's part of the contract and I've got to do it. There's a link that is class recordings. You click on it and there's a YouTube channel that has all of the lessons here. After 10 days, I'm going to take lessons down just because that was part of the agreement. I forgot to do that, but I will. So today we are going to revise and work on moving our piece to a final piece. And we're going to do that by looking over our own piece and also, if you want, getting feedback from a peer, if you want. But I wanted to start with a journal entry. So if you could take out your journal. Please take out your journal. This is the journal voice. Hi, I'm a journal. People write on me and that's okay, because it's like having a lot of tattoos. I got a smile out of Will. They wanted me to be on Sesame Street. They tried to recruit me. It didn't work out. So put 1029 Journal 11, and it's a focus rewrite. So instead of just writing freely, there's a topic I'd like you to think about. And there are a number of questions under it. You don't need to answer all of the questions. You might focus on one of them. It's okay. So a key part of writing is revising, reviewing what you've written and improving it. But there are a lot of feelings, there are things that could be involved in that. So I actually want to stop and think about that for a little bit. How do you feel about revising? What parts are easy for you to see and work on? What parts are harder? What helps? When do you like getting other people to look at it? When don't you like getting other people to look at it? Any of all of those in your free write, or in your focus free write in your journal. So today's date, journal 11. I'd like us to write for 5 minutes about about revising, improving our writing. What's that like for you? What's helpful, what's not? Yeah. Excellent. So you can stop where you're writing, and you could or take a picture of what you've written, and upload it to the journal writing. Take a picture of what you've written and upload it to the journal writing. And so today we're gonna work on our own piece and revising it. And there'll be a few steps. So you have a guided sheet that I'll go over in a moment to help you review your piece. And when you do that, you'll be writing thoughts on the on the document, and highlighting your draft. When you've done that, and I'm gonna give credit for the rough draft. So like if you did a complete rough draft, you're gonna give you a 5 out of 5. If you did most of it, but you're missing a bit, I'm gonna give a 4 out of 5. And I'll also give credit for doing the self-review. So going through the document today. So let's say you need to do a little bit more on your rough draft. Then you might do that now and then do the self-review tonight. Then you have a choice. You'll all copy your highlighted draft into, I made a new place for the final draft, and I'll go over this again. So the final piece, there's a blank document, and I want you to copy your highlighted rough draft into here. And once you've done the review, you'll work on it in this place where it says final piece. Because I want to be able to see the difference between your rough draft and your final and what things you changed. So after you're done looking at your piece and highlighting, you're going to copy and paste it into this final draft document. And that's where you'll work on it going forward, so I can compare the two and so that you can compare the two. If you'd like to get feedback, so the sheet for today has 2 sides, or has 2 pages. And we'll go over this a little more fully in like a minute. The first page is a self-review. The second page is a peer review. That's optional. If you want to get feedback from another classmate, then you can share this document with them. Tell them first. But share this document with them and share your rough draft, and they can give you feedback. But that's optional. And I'll change the chat function so that people can chat with each other to ask, hey, can you look over to see if you'd want to do that? So what you're going to do today in the self-review, you're going to write, what are you happy with in your piece? What do you want to work on? What's the main message you're trying for in terms of how your identity is shaped by America or how you view America? Are scenes, reflections, and summaries used well? So scenes being really zoomed in, reflections being what it means to you, summaries being background. Highlight in blue on your rough draft where you want to add more. Is the flow in the organization clear? Highlight in green where you think it can be clear. Where is the writing and language strong? Highlighted in purple. And where can the writing and language be stronger? Highlighted in yellow. So you're going to do those things, and then at that point, if you want to get feedback from a peer, you'll ask a peer to look over your work, and they'll fill out your sheet. Or you could just go to working on your final draft. And that's due Tuesday. That's due Tuesday. Are there any questions before we start?
Yeah, I have a question.
Go, Alex.
What are we supposed to do now?
So what you're supposed to do now, if you've got a full rough draft,
Yeah.
then you're going to open up the self-review, and you're going to use those to help you think about how you can improve your piece.
All right. Okay.
And then when you've done that, you're going to copy the instructions there. You're going to copy your piece into the final draft space, and that's where you'll keep working on it.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Any other questions? Cool. Yeah.
Mr. Shanks, can I use the bathroom real quick?
Yeah, thank you for letting me know, Open.
All right, thank you.
So we're just gonna make breakout rooms so that some of you will be with Miss Barquin and then some will be with me. I'll also make an individual breakout room so that folks, if I want to talk to someone one-on-one, I'll be in room 4. So you're starting by doing the self-review, unless you still need to finish your draft, in which case you could do that first. I saw your request, Aaron, and I will.